let's connect with the management, and we're going to be focusing on Adani Transmission, because this time around, if we see, then the consolidated revenue has grown by 17% on a YOY basis, as well as the profit has surged 28%. So let's try and understand the outlook going ahead. Onto the show, we have Mr. Anil Sardana, who is the MD at Adani Transmission. Hi Anil, a very good morning, and thank you so much for joining us today on ET Now. Firstly, if you look at your numbers, the company reported a very good set onto the numbers in Q4. Now, according to you, what led to the good performance? What were the triggers of the same?
This business of transmission and distribution is a very steady state business, and we have been able to exhibit tremendous resilience and robustness in all our operations. And quarter on quarter, you've seen that we have ensured all operating parameters moving to benchmark levels. And at the same time, the best is born out of the assets. We have been growing well. Our project pipeline is very healthy. And the good part is that from the existing assets, quarter on quarter, you see our EBITDA numbers are benchmarks. We are at least 100, 200 basis points better than the other best in the global scenario. So that's a matter of great satisfaction that we are able to get the best out of these assets.
Right. Good morning, sir. This is Cheryl also joining in the conversation. Could you give us some sense on your under construction pipeline as of now?
In fact, our construction pipeline is very healthy. In fact, as we talk to you, we have more than 20,000 crore worth of orders already taken and in our pipeline to be executed. We have always maintained that we will continue to do close to about 6,000 crore of capex each year. And we have maintained that very steadily. And this pipeline, therefore, gives us a very good glide path from here on to make sure that we will continue to maintain those levels of capex. And therefore, by virtue of that, the growth will continue to be as healthy as it has been in the past. And that, of course, we do it with discipline to make sure that our debt to EBITDA levels continue to be contained. I'm very happy to report that I think we are one of the rare energy companies which has maintained net debt to EBITDA levels at investment grade ever since our inception until today. So that's a matter of great satisfaction, maintain good growth, good capex pipeline, and at the same time, tremendous fiscal discipline by virtue of performance.
Okay, Mr. Sardana, can you tell us about your recent smart meter win, and what is the strategy on smart meters of the company?
That's an interesting point. In fact, before I get into the smart meters, let me first and foremost thank ET Now for the fact that you awarded our company as the most emerging company last year. And therefore, in the last quarter, we had that bestowed by the Honorable Finance Minister. So thanks to all the jury members and ET Now. Considering the advent into some of these solutions as also more play in the distribution side, we have also announced this time that we are going to change the name from Adani Transmission to Adani Energy Solutions Limited. So to all your viewers, it's basically with the objective that we have gone far beyond transmission business. We are now in transmission, we are into energy solutions, we are into retail distribution, and now coming to your question on smart meters. As we know, the country has very ambitious plan to add about 250 million smart meters, which is 25 crore smart meters. And we have started our journey on a very positive note. We already have 2 million smart meters being executed in our BEST, which is the neighboring distribution area to our Adani Electricity Mumbai, where we are executing smart meters. We are also executing in Assam. And besides that, there are lots of other areas where we are positioned to win. So the target that we will have, that we will try and grab anything between 15 to 20% of the country's ambitious plan in smart metering. And that gives us a very good insight into some of the distribution areas by virtue of the inputs that we get through the smart meters. So as a distribution company, we get two advantages. One, grow in business, and number two, have insights into the distribution area, so that then we can decide which of the areas we wish to actually take our distribution experience to ultimately render all and holistic benefits to the customers.
Right. I would like to understand from you, how are you actually moving in terms of renewable capacity addition at the country level, firstly country level, and do you think that the current pace is going to change materially as it is a critical driver for transmission sector?
Yes, indeed, the country has announced very ambitious plan, and we are very blessed that we have those resources in this country. The sun shines well. We have tremendous wind resources. And now, dovetailed to that, the advent of pump hydro storage as a viable storage methodology where the input can be solar and wind energy for pumping. The water is pumped to higher heights. And then during the time when the sun is not shining or the wind is not blowing, one takes the advantage and gets that stored water to generate electricity, and therefore it acts like a storage battery. And it's a very reliable operation. And I'm happy to announce that the country has taken well to enhance that capacity. And 500 gigawatt of renewable is certainly there for the country to pursue till 2030. And we are right now at about 170 gigawatts. So you can imagine that each year one would see quite an ambitious growth of renewables. And riding on that, the entire transmission sector will therefore be also growing, and you will see that coming much before the respective renewable capacities show up on the ground.
Okay, Mr. Sardana, just wanted your comment on the ongoing CAPEX program and what is the growth outlook over there, as well as are you looking to trim your CAPEX in the current environment?
No, the environment, in fact, clearly has been shown by the company in terms of the numbers that we have shown. We have exited the year with first time crossing 6,000 plus crore of EBITDA. The cash profit also has been very high compared to previous years. This current quarter, we registered 28% growth in EBITDA numbers. So therefore, one does not have to truncate the growth plans. As I said, this company has been able to display quarter on quarter the fact that we have grown on our CAPEX, we have registered very good growth in revenues, EBITDA numbers, and at the same time, we have maintained our discipline by virtue of being investment grade. So the net debt to EBITDA ratios continue to be healthy, much below what the rating agencies permit us. And that is what we will maintain in the days ahead. That's management's commitment. And therefore, there is no need to truncate the CAPEX growth plans. And we'll continue to grow as healthy as we have grown in the past.
Mr. Sardana, if you could talk about how your debt structure is moving in light of the rising volatility as well as interest rates?
In fact, you have always known Adani Transmission to fund projects through short-term arrangements, which is construction funding, and through internal resources. And once we commission our assets, we immediately go for long-term infra bond. In fact, I've said to your viewers in the past that we are one of the rare companies which have had the benefit of 33 long years of bonds from US private placements. These are marquee investors, and those investors have been able to restore a lot of faith. And therefore, as soon as we commission assets, which we have also done in the past year or two, we will again go back and bundle them into a good bouquet of assets and have long-term bonds. And the interesting part is that's like an equity money. So while it may look like debt, but 33 years long debt is nothing short of having a character of an equity. So from our shareholders' perspective, it actually gives tremendous upside because the EBITDA number gets spread over a much shorter equity base. So because the debt is upsized by virtue of the debt service coverage enabling that phenomenon. So all in all, the kind of infrastructure funding that we have been able to achieve in this company gives amazing results for the shareholders, and we'll continue to do so.
Okay, Mr. Sardana, we'll let you go on that. It was a pleasure having you on the channel. So that was the management of Adani Transmission highlighting that the construction pipeline is very healthy. They have 20,000 crores of worth of orders in hand right now, and they are targeting 15 to 20% of the country's ambitious plan in smart metering, as well as also highlighted what are the current levels right now and outlook going ahead.